YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. So, there's been a little something going on in the Sims forums lately. It's been a little bit of a big deal over there. Basically, for the past 24 hours, Simmers have kind of had a little bit of an open thread communication with the Sims team. It's a little curious as to what it's about, though. I kind of like how Cat Lover put it. I think we're supposed to be talking about the live streams in this thread, and it was a little hard to tell. It's definitely what they want to talk about on The Sims 411. So, what's coming up in the May 411, which I expect we'll get it later this month. And they kind of put a little bit of guidelines in there, but this is not a wish for content requests. And this is not a guarantee we'll provide an answer, and this is not a place to report bugs, but it is a place where we can listen to your thoughts without distractions. We're reading your comments, and please continue to report bugs to the correct places. So, I I don't really understand what they're looking for with us wanting to talk about. I kind of felt like it's them telling us, "Hey, go to the store and buy something." And when you ask, "Well, what do you want us to buy?" They're like, I don't know, something. And I kind of feel like looking through the comments on the forum, a lot of other people felt that way also. But I did go through it and I picked out some of the comments that I think are going to be kind of important to talk about or nice, fun things that might happen. Obviously, there are 23 pages of comments. I didn't go through all of them, but I did pick the ones that I think have some merit. Before we get into that, though, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you click that button really quick because I do tons of speed builds. I have a Flargon challenge that is absolutely hilarious. I do a 100 baby challenge, and there's just a lot going on my channel. So you're really missing out if you're not subscribed. So make sure you click that subscribe button. But that being said, let's get into what was said on these forums. So, from Eva, will there be werewolves, fairies, and zombies in The Sims 4? Will there be an underwater world in which mermaids can swim? This one got me. Okay, so there's been speculation for a while about werewolves and fairies in The Sims 4. There's a lot of speculation that that pack might be coming up next. I had kind of believed we might be getting a fairy world just from the little comment that they made on the Redacted Worlds Twitter. Um, but I had not thought about the mermaids and the mermaids getting an underwater world. That would kind of fit that narrative also. So I kind of like that. I kind of think that's a good idea there. So, maybe, of course, just speculation. This is just looking at things that other simmers have said. So, Simmer Hannah, would it be possible to see more behind the scenes on how the process is when you create packs? I think that is a really, really cool idea. I would love to be able to kind of get a little bit of a window to see inside the Sims world. Obviously, that window can't be too big. I understand there is a little boundary, there is a little bit of secret, but it would still be so neat to see what they do, how they do it. I mean, it just seems really, really interesting to me. Uh, Demon Grad said, "Why are my Sims ignoring the leftovers in the fridge? Start to cook something, it's ready. They forget about it, they cook something else. Oh my gosh, please get this fixed. Please tell me I'm not the only one having this glitch. I mean, obviously, I'm not the only one, but my Sims do this so much, and it would be so glad if we could get that fixed and addressed." Um, Oh, I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that name. But this person says EA needs to test play the packs before releasing them. Yes. Okay, Bust the Dust was a very very good example of that there just was not much test play, and I understand it was a kit. I understand it was a $5 US $5. Don't get me started on the prices everywhere else. But a US $5 kit, I get that, but at the same time, there needs to be some quality behind the work. And in this case, I don't feel like that quality was there. It was not play tested enough, and there were tons of bugs with it. So, yes, please start play testing. Like, seriously, do some playtesting. Dear The Sims team, what is your upcoming pack this month? Expansion pack or game pack? Thanks. Oh man, you know what? That is the $1,000,000 question. I think we all kind of want to know that one, don't we? But we're gonna have to wait and see. Nico says add custom colors too, like The Sims 3. Oh my gosh, I miss the Sims 3 color wheel. Oh, but at the same time, I kind of don't because when I did it in The Sims 3, everything was all the same color all the time, and there wasn't much variation. So I miss it, but I also don't miss it. So randomness 14. Hi, one major thing I would like to see added into the game is a version of the Generations pack from Sims 3. Yes, 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 yes. Please give us a Generations pack. Please. I I really don't think Generations pack is going to be our next pack. That is my absolute top list item that I need for The Sims 4, but I don't think it's coming right away. I kind of feel that with as much hype as there would be about a Generations pack, that they would make it an expansion pack instead of a game pack. And I think the next pack we're getting is a game pack. I almost hope I'm wrong because I want to get Generations quicker, and I'm hoping that it might be the next pack, but I really don't think it is. It might be though. I'm hoping I'm wrong. Uh, Nicola Reed, please consider upgrading the whim system. Oh, yes, the whim system. I honestly had turned it off at a certain point in my game. I just, when The Sims 4 first came out, and they were talking to us Sims 3 players about it. The whim system was supposed to be this awesome thing that would kind of bring your Sims to life and get them to do this, that, and the other, and it just kind of fell flat. And I don't know. I really wish they would put some more effort into this because it could be so great. It really could, but it's not right now. It's not there. Sunshine says, "Could y'all add robbers back into the game?" Oh yeah, we have robbers. His name is Vlad. He dresses in black. He breaks into your house at night and steals your blood. I mean, that's yeah, that's a robbers. No, no, that's obviously a joke. But no, if we can have Vlad, okay, if we get Vlad, I feel we should get robbers. Okay, I'm just saying. Yeah. Fussy Muffin says, I would like to be able to feed fish again. It seems unrealistic that you can't feed them. Oh, that's right. We could feed fish. We would feed them and the tank would get dirty. And, oh, I had forgotten all about that. Yeah, that would be a fun feature to have. I mean, we have pets. We have cats and dogs. I mean, the fish could be like kind of like pets too. Holiday says, "Can we get a roadmap of what the next 6 months looks like for the game like we've had in previous years?" I don't think that's coming back. And hear me out as to why I don't think they will put that back. A lot of the leaks we get about the future packs and stuff like that, a lot of times they come from The Sims. Okay, take the back to Batu pack. We got a little leak of their little, what do you call it? The little icon that you get. You know what I'm talking about. We got a little leak from that from the Sims team. Okay, there's just all kinds of leaks, and a lot of them end up stemming from the Sims team, and I think they do that on purpose. Reason being, it starts stirring the community up. People start getting excited. It builds that anticipation, and then the pack comes out. And honest to God, talk is money. Okay, I mean, really, if people are talking about your game, you're gonna make more money. So that's kind of what I think The Sims 4 are doing right now. They're dropping little hints here and there to kind of drum up the community, and then they make more money because more people are excited about it. So it would be nice because then we could quit all this speculation stuff, but I don't think it's happening because I think it kind of benefits the Sims team. Hella, thank you guys so much for the City Living free trial. Wondering if you're doing any more, and also can we vote for the next one? Yes. Okay, the free trial for San Manchuno. That was game changing. Like I am hoping with the game pack that we're supposed to be getting here in the next few weeks, I am hoping we'll get a free trial of that. Um, I kind of doubt it. I doubt we'll get it at first, just because they got to make that money. But it would be so cool if we could test it out before we bought it. Like that would be great. Ellen says, "Hello, can you add feet? Can ooh wow, can you add ballroom dancing into the game? Thank you." Oh, ballroom dancing would be cool though, wouldn't it? We've already got the dance floors. Oh, that would be really neat. And you could have like dances and stuff at weddings. That is a really cool idea. I like that. Simmer since '09. Ooh, nice. For the next 411, could you walk us through how packs are play tested? I think that's a good idea because there's as we kind of talked on this topic a little bit before, but there's a little bit of doubt in the Sims community right now about how much these packs are play tested before they go through anything. So I think maybe doing a video like that showing us the kind of behind the scenes process, it might make us a little more forgiving from some mistakes that come out. Not too forgiving, but it would understand the process a little bit. Sam's Boys. I am a console player. I have been wondering why we haven't gotten the same experience as PC players. I 100% agree on this. Now, I do play on PC, um, but it's very obvious with the community that console players definitely get the short end of the stick. I mean, the it's not the same game, okay? The Sims for PC and the Sims for console, I mean, they're the same game, but they're not the same game. There is so much you can't do on console. And I can understand making your game more accessible to different platforms and other players, and that's fine. But it needs to be the same quality, especially if you're charging the same price. I mean, if console players pay just as much as PC players, if you're charging that money, then you need to provide a quality product. It needs to be the same quality throughout. And of course, there are some things that consoles just can't do. I mean, it's not the game itself, but it's just the consoles. Consoles are different from PCs, but you should get the same value there. And I definitely feel like if they're going to continue offering The Sims on console, they need to treat those console players the way they should be treated. Belleville, is it possible to make the pumpkin that is already in the game edible and be able to harvest it? We can make pumpkin pies or pumpkin spice lattes. That might already be in the game. I don't know for sure. No, we have apple cider or something. Oh, either way, the pumpkin spice girl in me is really feeling this idea right now. That's a good idea. Come on, Sims. Look, do something pumpkiny, please. Rose Puckett. I also don't think anyone wants multiplayer Sims games. Most of us are introverts and like being in our own world. I 100% agree with this. I'm sorry. I know this is maybe an unpopular opinion because so many people seem to be so excited about The Sims 5 being a multiplayer game. I just am not, okay? I go to The Sims to escape and go into my own little world, and it is literally your own little world. Okay, you can make anybody and do anything, and you can make neighborhoods and neighbors and create stories with families, and it is all yours. And there are some multiplayer functions that could be okay. For example, in The Sims 3, for a while we had where Sims from one player could go to another player's world, just kind of as townies. And that would maybe be okay. I just. I don't like the idea of sharing my Sims games with other people. And I know that's kind of saying a lot considering I literally come on YouTube and share my Sims with other people. But that's I don't know. I'm not okay with. I don't want The Sims to become an MMO. Okay, if I want to play with other people like that, I will go and play Star Wars Old Republic. Okay, I that's not what The Sims are. And I'm not excited. I know there's supposed to be so much excitement about The Sims 5, but that multiplayer function just it scares me, and I think it's going to ruin it for me. I really really do. Uh 1996 says generations would be amazing. I would love for preteens and teens that actually looks like teenagers. Oh my gosh, this post. Yes, generations. I'm sorry, I'm back on my generations. Proms. Oh my gosh, I miss the school dances that Sims 3 had. Honeymoons, that's a good idea. Funerals, private school, military school. Realism in the game. Granted, I understand that there's only going to be so much realism in this game, but at the same time, you can hope, right? I don't know. I don't think periods will ever come in The Sims 4. I think that's just puts it a little over where EA's wanting it to be. Acne, I can see. Well, we kind of already do have acne in a way with the teens, but yes, the funerals, the private schools. Heck, I would just take regular school, okay? Just something. All right, it's Janier says, I know this is kind of a smaller deal, but other people have already said most things I have thought as well. But I might add my 2 cents to this post. I feel like The Sims 4 really needs body hair. Yes, that would be such a cool thing to add because like there's so many different Sims you could create if we just had body hair. I mean, yeah, they would be the same Sim, but it would be a different aspect of it. And I kind of think if we get a werewolf pack, we'll get body hair with that. If we ever get body hair without the announcement of a werewolf pack, I think that'll be a sign that we're not getting werewolves. Um, but yes, that body hair would be a good one. Sarzin929 says, in my gameplay, it seems that any Sims could just as easily date any other Sims. No preferences or personality difference seem to deter from or attract Sims to each other. Was this intentional? I think it was in the game because, again, when you come into The Sims 4, the idea is to create your own world where you can decide anything that happens. So if you see a townie walking down the street that you want your sim to marry, it's not that hard. I mean, you do have to make some effort in there, but it's really not that hard to get them to marry. So, yeah, I do think that was intentional. That being said, there are mods around that. Now, like I said, console players don't get mods. I've already talked about how, console players have the short end of the stick. I know, and I fully stand behind console players need to be better. But that said, there are mods for that. My personal favorite mod for personality differences and attraction system is the Wonderful Whims mod. Okay, not the other one. Well, I mean the other one has this in it, but that one's maybe a little too grown up for the Sims channel. Just saying, but the Wonderful Whims mod is a very, very much toned down PG-13 rated thing of the same thing. So basically, you get the attraction system that Wicked Whims has, and you get the risky woohoo and stuff like that, just without the more how do we word it? Adult content? Yeah, we'll leave it there because I do kind of want to keep this channel family friendly. But so there are mods around that to where you can work that in. And I kind of feel like that's one of the things that should stay as a mod because different people are going to want to play it different ways. And yeah, I kind of like having that as a mod. If they bring it into a game, I think it should be a click check in or check out type thing. Which I think would help with a lot of different issues. And finally, what I contributed to it is honestly, I just want to send a little love to the Sims team. I mean, there will always be ways that the game can be better, obviously, but having been a player since the original The Sims, the platform has come a long, long way. And and is honestly still much more representative of the variety of different people, cultures, genders, sexualities than many of the other games on the market. I will say that does not mean it's perfect, okay? There are ways they can improve. But the point is, they have been improving and trying. They're not quite there yet, but the effort has been made. And they are much more inclusive than a lot of other games that there are. I mean, they really are. And while, yes, there are things I would like to see improved, and yes, I have my list, trust me, I also acknowledge that the Sims team can't do everything. Unfortunately, they aren't superheroes. And I've seen quite some harsh comments in here towards them, so I did want to take a second and throw a little love their way. I showed the comments that I felt could be talked about and just neat ideas we could have. There were many other comments that were maybe a little too negative. I can understand the frustration in not getting something out of this game that you want, because there are things in this game that I want that I don't get, and I totally get that frustration. But at the same time, beating the Sims team down isn't gonna get us what we want any faster, okay? It's really not. And some of the mean and hateful comments that get directed at the Sims team, honestly, there's no need for. There's really not. Um, and I kind of think that the Sims community as a whole does need to kind of take a step back and look at what we have compared to what we had a handful of years ago and see the progress we've made. That doesn't mean that there's not ways we can improve. That doesn't mean that we're finished. That doesn't mean that there's not other issues that need to be addressed, because there absolutely is. But we don't need to bite the hand that feeds us either. Now, that being said, there is an issue of my Sims constantly making food that I'd like to address, because yes, that definitely happens a lot. But yes, so this is my recap of the Sims 411 forum. Kind of hoping the next time they do this, they give us maybe a little clearer direction on what they want us to talk to them about. But it was quite fun. But that is the end of this video. If you like this video, again, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help us out. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.